For the first time, I find myself redoing a video. Normally, when I do videos on topics, I tend to go in blind, not really having full context of the situation, just because I like you guys hearing my mind change in real time as I pick up more about the story. Just a way into my thinking, right? But we got this coming to us from New Jersey Globe. Giscora seeks to end Vaughn divisive and disruptive behavior. I'm going to get into that, but let me go over some quick New Jersey news, seeing how I got the opportunity now, because this whole Robin Vaughn thing, yeah, I don't like the way the media is pushing it. And I'm definitely not a fan of New Jersey's media, just in general. I don't care if it's a conservative publication. I don't care if it is a liberal publication. Either way, I think it's trash, all right? Because our media has always been really likes to frame narratives instead of giving us the flat truth. So before that, Murphy says New Jersey's weeks away from fiscal disaster. Honestly, we should go running into this fiscal disaster head first. Trump, no, do not give us a bailout, because all it's going to do is encourage these people in these positions to continue their terrible, wasteful behavior. So yeah, by all means. Yeah, a lot of people were PO'd with Murphy about the whole knucklehead comment. Me, I'm more PO'd about the whole just not giving two damns about the Constitution situation. A little bit more than knucklehead. I've been called worse. Murphy closes schools for the remainder of the year, and as you're about to see, everyone's asking for Ms. Vaughn, for Council Rep Vaughn to resign. Sheila Oliver, the Lieutenant Governor, Curry, the Democratic Alphabetical Caucus, who else? Citarelli, who is, and I haven't covered Jack Citarelli yet. He's going to be running in the next, he's already announced himself as running for governor. He ran last time around when the red team let Guadagno go out there and get her ass handed to her. Christie headlining, okay, college GOP Dems tell Vaughn to resign. New Jersey Democrats elect McMillan. Booker says Vaughn needs to resign. Menendez seeks ouster of Trenton councilwoman. Murphy wants quote-unquote homophobic Trenton councilwoman to resign. Oh my goodness. So the deal is that with all of these individuals demanding her ouster, let me tell you something. I couldn't give less of a crap. I really couldn't. What does her constituents want? I know I said that wrong. What do her constituents want? How do they feel about it? I don't care what the establishment feels about it, because they're the establishment. Their opinion is really mute. That's why she was if you're not familiar with Robin Vaughn, I keep wanting to call her Robin Givens. Robin Vaughn. She's the same one who got in trouble recently for saying you Jew them up when it comes, or we could trying to Jew them up, Jew them down, something along those lines. And oh my goodness, all the anti-Semitism. And my main question remains: isn't Jersey tougher than this? I despise identity politics. I really do. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what the establishment is trying to use right now, and has been using, to basically silence dissident voices. And that's not okay. See, even Rizzoli, who I did a video on the other channel, Jay the Gent, when he, stood up for America as, with the sanctuary law, with the sanctuary state, thing. Even he's like, oh yeah, Vaughn needs to resign. But what we're going to do is get into this article right quick. As you can see, that's Ms. Vaughn right there next to, Giscora. I want to say Giscora against that's the mayor. So let's get into this. A conference call between Trenton officials ran civilly for less than 20 minutes before descending into more than half an hour of profane and slur-laced tirades. The troubles began when embattled councilwoman Robin Vaughn and Mayor Reed Giscora argued over health nonprofits that receive some funding from the city. Vaughn, who made social media posts warning residents to keep all eyes on those do-nothing nonprofits in advance of the meeting, claimed that the Trenton Health Team, which drafts Trenton's community health improvement plan, had not done anything in the years it has contracted with the city. Okay. And honestly, if you're familiar with my work at all, you know how I despise charities and nonprofits. Now, what they do is, you know, they'll take a percentage point. They'll collect $50,000, take, you know, $500 and put it towards like a basketball hoop and a new coat of paint, and then like the rest goes to overhead, right? The other $49,500 goes to overhead. That's how charities operate. So I am 100% with Ms. Vaughn on this one, on that. It's a rightful concern to have. Gascoria claimed that come on, Globe, fix your editing. Gascoria claimed that Vaughn was making baseless attacks. The councilwoman has long been an opponent of the mayor's and has publicly flirted with running against Gascoria if he seeks a second term in 2022, and called her a child, and a little later, an idiot. Okay, so insults were being slung. The mayor attempted to end the call after Vaughn began shouting. Vaughn responded by claiming that Gascoria, Trenton's first openly alphabetical mayor and the first openly alphabetical member of the state legislature, is a pedo. You're nothing but an old pedo running around with little boys, Vaughn said. You need to get the F out of the office and get the F out of Trenton. Councilman Joe Harrison stepped in to defend Gascoria, deriding Vaughn as an embarrassment and asking the call's operator to mute the councilwoman. In the meantime, Vaughn repeatedly called both Harrison and Gascoria bitches.
You're a freaking bitch-ass bully, man, that nobody in the shit respects, let alone your own colleagues. That's what you are, Mayor. You ain't nothing but a bitch. What? Bitch. That's what you are. What? A bitch. You heard me.
Yeah, you did.
You don't even know what it is. And why would you, if you have an issue with me, why would you come and say it to my face? Bitch ass. Because you're a bitch ass. That's what you are.
You're not. You are completely off the rocker. You're off the rocker.
You think you can come after a female? Why would you stand up to a man?
So, you know, she's coming at it from, I'm a female. What? Ladies. Ladies. Oh, man, you guys got to know how to keep your cool a bit better. You really do.
You curse people out and you act like it's embarrassing. You're not even man. All right, okay. Does anybody have anything? Hey, can somebody mute?
So let's keep going. Not long after, she again accused Gascoria of being a pedo and told Harrison to continue to suck Reed's meat and MFer. Okay. Hold on. Okay, let's listen to the next quote.
We don't have bitch-ass men in my family. We don't have bitch-ass men like you and Reed Gus, you are in my family.
Are there any men in your family? I mean, guys, just say. Hold on, let's go back up, because she yeah, you can definitely this photo right here, because it's her and Mayor G. We're gonna call him Mayor G for the rest of this video. Oh my goodness, she's definitely feeling some kind of way. She's feeling disrespected, and you know what happened when quote unquote sisters feel disrespected now, don't you? I mean, honestly, in many ways, particularly if she's been in Trenton for as long as someone, as I assume someone who became a council rep has been. Yeah, like y'all made this, right? Oh man, this is why I just do not mess with the whole intersectionality thing.
I gotta go take an aspirin now. I have a headache.
Okay.
And I want to repeat those two nothing lies. Haven't done shit for Britain in the past 30 years.
So we'll pick up tomorrow.
Don't find the gun in your whore-ass mom, Councilman Harrison.
You're correct, Bill. You keep running your mouth. You keep running your mouth, big mouth. No, that's what you are. You're a big mouth loud now. You're not scary. You're loud. You're hurting loud. Hey, you clown. I live at 15th Squad Street. I live at 15th Squad Street, clown. Come get you. How about that, clown? How about that?
Oh, how about that? Come meet me outside. How about that? Yo. Nobody, and I repeat, absolutely nobody in this situation looks good, okay, by any stretch. But the thing that I want to point out here And hold on. Yeah, the two council members continue. Let me get into because there's a very specific quote that I want to. What's the name? Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
Is everyone else off the line?
Only thing that we bought to the city of Trenton is a bunch of
everyone else off the line, but Councilwoman Vaughn and Councilman Harris.
The only thing we bought in the city hall is a bunch of young boys, and they're sitting up there in the mayor's suite.
So why aren't you up? Why aren't?
And this is why I can't take the establishment's calls for resignation. Because that's a pretty serious claim, right? I mean, to sit here, like, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, you paid, you pee and all this other stuff. But to, like, you know, be like, oh yeah, they all up there in the mayor's suite and all this other stuff. Honestly, I believe, you know, investigate that claim. Because that's a really strong accusation that should be looked into, you know, and if something's of it, then something needs to be addressed. But to just be like, oh yeah, resign. I mean, why not? Is there no investigations into her claims about the nonprofits either? Of course not. So it's, on one hand, I am not going to condone the behavior by anyone. Okay, I can't, because you're sitting there being antagonistic as well. You know, Rep Reed and Mr. Mayor, you guys are being antagonistic as well. This seems to be an ongoing thing, and the way that accusation, they all up in the mayor's office hit, sound more like something that should more likely that should be more looked into, as opposed to, oh yeah, well, you know, she needs to resign. She has to go. Wait a second. Because you know what I can tolerate? I can tolerate foul language. What I'm not going to tolerate is kitty diddling. Can you dig it? Like, that is not cool by any stretch of the imagination. And that's a part of the reason why I felt I was a little too light going into the first video on this. And I really wanted to make this point clear. Like, look, I understand how an outsider could see that, but there's a reason that she was elected to the position that she's elected to, and the only people who should be demanding her resignation are the people that she represents. And if this is the actual way that the people she represents feel, then, you know, this is something that's going around town. This should be something looked into, not just, oh, get rid of her, get her out of there. So hold on, because I want to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, to the bottom, primarily because she has been in hot water before. But once again, it's one of those, oh, you're getting, like, Jersey's tougher than this. I'm from here. I'm born and raised here. Like, trust me, I know a few bad words ain't nothing because of how dirty and grimy Jersey get down. And when you sit here and be like, oh my goodness, these bad words have, instead of actually, you know, like, engaging in the conversation, so it would seem, I don't know, but so it would seem, rather than engaging in the conversation, it's just like, okay, well, what kind of grimy shit are you doing? You know? But the thing that really got her in the that got her name in the papers before was Vaughn drew fire last fall for defending McBride's use of an anti-Semitic slur, saying "Jew her down" is just a verb. And that's the thing about New Jersey. All I will always encourage people to do is to look at things logically and take things, and then try not to take things from an emotional standpoint. And honest and clearly, Rep Vaughn, you know, no interest in that, but that's to be expected at this point if you're familiar with my content. So guys, yeah. All that being said, all the internet stuff. If you like, oh wait, there's a part that I missed though that I'm just kind of skipping over right now because somebody was like, oh, why are you guys still here on the call? It's kind of sad that people are still listening to this call. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. These people were going bonkers. I want to get in T, baby, T. It's like we always look at conflict now, don't we? It's the reason we used to have, like, you know, gladiator rings, and everybody likes to make a big deal about debates. My goodness. So with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff, if you liked it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah, like, hold up. I understand the inclination to want to see her gone, but if she doesn't represent you, you have no say in that. Okay, like our government, like Jersey's government, has lost its freaking mind. It really has. And her claims, like they're like, oh yeah, this is phobic. This is very phobic. But that's the thing. Investigate the claims, because it's not phobic if it's true. But I mean, what can we really rely on our media for these days? And I'm talking about all media, you know, liberal, all this crap. Either ways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. All right, do you think that this is like, I'm pretty sure most people will be like, oh my goodness, no, how dare. But when you're from an urban part of not even New Jersey, just America, yeah, that's a Tuesday, you know. That's just another Wednesday. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and until the next one.